Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto markets. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss crypto's most recent crash. We're going to talk about the case for a Santa rally, and we're going to talk about how to get an edge in prediction markets. Thank you all for listening each and every day. We really appreciate each and every one of you. If you're listening on X, give us a like, bookmark, comment, retweet. Push us out there in the algorithm. If you're listening on YouTube, let us know what you're thinking about. Drop those comments. We don't want to only hear from Discourse and Small P Energy today. We want to hear from all of you. And if you're listening over on Zora, where we stream each and every day, drop us comments. Let us know what you're trading on Zora, what tokens you are interested in that ecosystem. I'm joined today by my friends, my pals, my dogs, Easy and Kix. Kix on a rare Tuesday appearance. How you feeling today, Kix?
Pretty good, man. Been busy, settling into winter. I love winter. Just nothing you can do other than work. So I've been working hard on Predict Shark. Got some really cool new features coming out where you're going to be able to trade through it, do some advanced trading strategies if you'd like to. If that tickles your fancy. Perps.
Trading combos.
Yeah, combos, man. It's this new thing where you can combo trades, dude. It's fucking wild, dude. I think they may bring it to sports. We're like innovating over here in the prediction market space.
Everybody was asking for combos.
Combos are so hot right now.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but like everyone was just saying when combos coming. You need to add combos. These combos thing, this is just crazy.
Dude, here's the thing, dude. Sports bettors are like the most depressed, negative people in the fucking world, dude. Like if you want to see people that have just been like beaten down by just like bad beats over their history, they get so fucking mad. Trolling them is legendary. Yeah, so anyone that doesn't get the joke, explain the joke, is basically Tyriel and this other prediction trader guy, PM trader, have been trolling sports bettors saying that they've been that you can trade combos on prediction markets, and the sports bettors are like, they're called parlays. They've been done in sports for such a long time. They're like, oh no, yeah, that's cool, like a combo. Yeah, like it's a new thing. You can do combos now.
I didn't see Tyriel doing it all. All I saw was the Kalshi post by their CEO saying like, hey, combos are here. Everyone's been asking for combos. It's like so funny the levels people go to with the prediction markets to like not have anything associated with like regular gambling.
Well, dude, it's called it was called parlays. I think they must have renamed it to combos. It reminds me of like I forget. There was another thing where they basically like changed the vernacular. They did it on Polymarket. It was like before the election last year. They like reworded some terminology. So like, it wasn't like, bet, it was like predict or something like that to the effect, right? You're not betting, you're predicting. You're not parlaying, you're comboing.
The only combos I know and love right here.
Oh, dude, the best. My go-to road trip snack, pizza. Pizza was my favorite. And the way to eat a combo is you eat the outside of the pretzel first. So then you only have the inside of the pretzel, which is a little bit softer, and then the cheese. You kind of just gnaw on that thing.
There you go. There's your pretzel.
Back in the day before, what's weird about combos?
What's weird about combos?
They never made a combo where you get a bunch of different flavors in it.
They're called combos, but well, I mean, everyone's by definition a combo, a pretzel plus.
Yeah, but like combo the combos, parlay the combos. We should do a leveraged private equity buyout of combos and bring combos. What if we rebrand combos and we call them parlays? And
ooh,
yeah,
now we're talking.
Now
we're talking.
Oh God, look at these guys! I love these guys. BL8, I suck the cheese out.
Use that. Easy. How you doing today, buddy?
He looks mad.
I'm good.
You're good. Good to hear. Good to hear.
You guys are both on VPNs, by the way.
I'm not.
I am.
Your internet just sucks then, right?
I have no idea what's going on with my internet. I have like called multiple times. I got some need to switch providers, which is so frustrating.
Can you get Comcast or Xfinity?
I've got. Well, they're the same thing. I've got Verizon Fios.
You have Verizon Fios? Okay, no.
This is
If
what's
you have
telling me here.
Yeah, no, Verizon Fios is like the cream of the crop. You got to have something weird going on with like a wire or something.
It's like almost like it's like a latency or like a it doesn't seem like it's internet because like speed is like always fine. And like I've been like trying to like custom code things to like prove that I'm dropping internet, but I just can't figure out what's going on. So I'm continuing to troubleshoot. Hopefully can figure this out sooner rather than later. But it's been a massive pain.
I used to live in Northern Virginia back in high school. The first ever Fios was launched there. And I was 14 years old playing World of Warcraft 14 hours a day on Fios. I was #1 undead rogue. #1 undead rogue worldwide. Yeah, because I had people on the MS. Like if you want to watch my stun lock combo, it's still live on YouTube today.
You're getting the flag carriers in Warsong Gulch before they can even react.
Nah, I mean that's little kid PvP. I was doing arenas.
Ooh.
I was doing battlegrounds. Yeah, dude, I could 100-0 a fully kitted warrior with my Stunlock Garrett Rupture combo.
Oh man, the good old days. I'm gonna have to fire back up World of Warcraft Classic now that you bring it up.
I told my wife once all my kids are out of the nest, I've made enough money to retire. I'm taking 5 years. That's not that much, and I'm full-time leading a World of Warcraft guild.
Love it. Would you go with the classic World of Warcraft and then just kind of go from there? Or are you going right to live?
That's I don't have enough money. That's 20 years from now. So I mean, what's going to be around then? I don't know. World of Warcraft VR.
Yeah, you just put on the headset and you're in the World of Warcraft.
Literally in the world.
All right, we've got a lot to talk about today. Kix, do you have the? You probably don't have the call sheet. I'm going to put this in the private chat here.
Yeah, please do. If you hit it right now, I click button, I click doc. I'm in there like swimwear. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Tuesday, December 16th. The majors dumped yesterday. Bitcoin back under 87K. Ethereum at 2,900. Solana at 127. And Hype at $27. It sucks right now. Over the past 24 hours, NASDAQ filed with the SEC to expand weekday trading to 23 hours. They have done scientific studies. You only need 1 hour of sleep every day. This marks their first step towards the goal of 24/7 trading. The future of finance is here. Next up, MoonPay released the MoonPay Commerce app exclusively for use on the Solana Seeker. The payment app will let Seeker owners pay for everyday items with their crypto balances. You want to buy some combos? You want to do a combo on DraftKings? All of that's handled now with MoonPay's Commerce app. Finally, Visa announced they will allow banks to settle payments via USDC on Ethereum. Nope, not Ethereum, on Solana. Solana with a big win over there. Easy apparently brokered the deal himself. They will also add support for Circle's ARC blockchain when it goes live. ARC's in the chat. That's it for the weather report. Back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report as always. Interesting MoonPay news. Maybe more devs who made this app than users who actually use it. How many people are out there with a Seeker phone right now using it in everyday life? I would love to know that number. If you have a Seeker phone and you actually use it, can you comment on any one of our platforms? YouTube, Zora, Twitter. I'd love to know if there's any Seekers out there and how they actually hold up.
We need to make that meme where the guy's in the corner of the party by himself. And he's like, no one knows I have a Seeker Solana phone.
I'm getting airdrops as we speak. Oh man, continuing to see institutional adoption. Visa making more waves in the stablecoin pool. We're seeing NASDAQ. I guess they're really competing with crypto at this point, and kind of forced to trade around the clock because that's how crypto operates. Do you think this would have happened had crypto not kind of like rushed to prominence over the last couple of years?
What do you mean?
Like NASDAQ rushing to do like 24/7 trading?
Yeah, no, I think crypto's got to be, like putting this like front and center. Also, it's just an old legacy thing. It's like, why does it even exist? Why can you only trade from 9 to 5, right? Because there's markets globally, there's different time zones. And also, frankly, it's fucking annoying when I want to top blast Tesla and it's after hours and I got to do like a weird order in order to make it happen. It's very similar to the 90s when you still, everything ran through brokers. You know what I mean? And there was fixed spreads. Fixed spreads were an eighth. They were an eighths of a dollar. So a spread was always, what is that, 15 cents?
$12.50.
Yeah, $12.50. There you go. My dog, my math guy, my quant with glasses. Yeah. So yeah, it makes complete sense to me. But I love how old school regulations work where it's like, we want to go to 24 hours. So first we're going to go to 23 hours. And then eventually we'll get to 24 hours. Like, why is that 1 hour off important? Just in case they need to reboot their servers.
I don't know. Speaking of Tesla, you want to trade Tesla? What's going on here today? We have a big run on it. You see this?
Oh, me likey.
Little gap on the Tesla. We ran up to 480 yesterday. Is this basically on the self-driving news? I think there was a tweet out.
Yeah, self-driving without humans. Also, if you scroll out, it looks like a long-term breakout. Like it looks like it's it's breaking above that. Yeah, you even see right there. Yeah, it's trying to do a big. Yeah, even go FADA. Yeah, it's looking
like all-time high breakout.
Yeah, all-time high breakout. Also, what's interesting is I'm pretty sure it was only trading at 73 cents on Polymarket that it would hit a new all-time high yesterday. And it's got what
this year or
this year. I'm not sure if it was a 1 minute wick or if it has to close all-time highs, but still 75%. That's a 30% gain, with it being a couple points off the all-time highs. It was a different one than this. It was Mag 7. Type Mag 7. Mag space 7.
I think once
discovery on Polymarket's going to be an important.
It's once I click out of something. There you go.
Yeah, 52-week high. That's what it was.
Still 70%. Is this free money?
I don't know. The market says maybe breakout hard to do.
488.54 is our resolution for Tesla. Yesterday, we've gotten to a high of 481.77.
All I got to say, man, is I'm glad that I don't know if it was a week or two ago, I was like, I got to own Tesla, else my kids are going to make fun of me. Because there's signs everywhere, dude. I mean, when people are FSDing to drop their kids off at school, that's insane.
I had a 4-hour drive this weekend and FSD drove the entire way.
Dude, that's the fucking future. And what they're saying doesn't sound crazy at all, where it's okay, when you're sitting at home, Easy's at home and he's like, I'm not leaving and all day. I don't need my car until noon tomorrow. And it can just go pick people up and be an Uber, without a driver in it eventually. That's all the cost. That's what percentage of the cost is the driver in Uber? 70%, 60%. You know what I mean? You're talking about a 60% price reduction on taxi services. I don't know. It's wild. And then then the future really does make sense, where for a lot of people, they won't even need to own a car. They'll literally just be they'll sign up for a monthly Tesla subscription. You know what I mean? And it's cool, for $100 a month, I can get 20 hours of driving, and that's all I need to do what I need to do. The future is bright.
And you can even subsidize your purchase by sending it out when you're working. Go to work, send your car out to work more for you. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do.
Yeah. You need Chipotle, you just send it to Chipotle. It parks out front. You call Chipotle and you say, "Put the bag in the car, bro."
I like that. It's just a drive-through, just nobody in there.
Exactly. No, actually, there's a Tesla robot. Thank you for Chipotle. I bring to my owner now.
That's great because the robot's not there to drive the car, just there to receive things out of the window.
Exactly. Change a tire if need be.
Yeah, future is going to be crazy. I wonder how soon we're going to see it. Next 10 to 15 years, we're going to see these massive changes in robotics.
Like, imagine you mint a new kid this year. Imagine like what being 18 for your kid's going to be.
That's going to be wild. Quite wild. I think they're going to have far less chores with these robots around, huh?
Fuck, dude.
You got to find a way to build work ethic then. They'll have to do robot repair.
Yes, 100%. Change the robot's oil.
Easy. Why are you dead inside?
Because
he's a Jets fan. That's the best one.
He looks like a Patriots fan right now.
no, they're winning.
He's got the hoodie.
They lost to the Bills with some bullshit calls.
I don't know, man.
If you like Pats to win, you can get them on Polymarket for 7%. They finish out the season strong, going to the playoffs.
I mean, they're not going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but you could still swing trade 7 to 11.
I think 47-year-old Phillip Rivers is going to put up a fight.
Dude, Phillip Rivers, the
11 kids,
44 years old. What did he throw? 2 touchdowns, 2 tutties? I'm so mad I didn't take the Rams in October when they were like 5%. I was like, these guys look fucking good.
And the Chiefs, Mahomes is out.
They're out of the playoffs now. They're done. Eliminated.
Tampa Bay, a little low-key underdog dog, dude, if they can get in the playoffs.
I'm looking
They
at
lost to the fucking Falcons, so that was bad.
I was looking at a lot of these as like safe money bets, but then I'm looking at like you're gonna have to wait a month to resolve your 3% on these.
Yeah. Also, but a 3 to 6 is 100% gain.
Yeah, if you want to be on the gambling side for sure.
The Lions are also a little low, but I mean, I guess they don't have the defense to clutch up.
He's the most hungover looking sober guy.
I did hit on will Sean Combs' The Reckoning not be the top global Netflix show this week.
Let's go, Easy. That's the kind of combos I like to hear.
I was in at 75 cents, and it looks like it's going to be man versus baby, which is what they call the arguments between me and Kicks.
Man versus baby. What is man versus baby?
I just told you. It's a live recording of me and Kicks arguing. That's all it is.
Is that Shane Gillis?
I have no idea. I just saw it, and I was like, okay, it looks like someone clearly knows. It drops at 3 p.m. today. There's some stuff that I've just been trying all these Polymarket apps because I still am in the belief that we're still so early to prediction markets that DApps and other things will end up being like where you find edges. And I found one that gives you markets that they call bonds, which I'm not a big bond trader, but it said that the P. Diddy one or Sean Combs documentary one was a bond for no at 75 cents. And I was like, yeah, this actually does feel pretty good. I woke up this morning, it's at 93 cents. I actually just exited because I was
what's that site?
Betmore.fun.
I love like the term bond has like expanded rapidly. Like,
it's like, oh, it's 62%. This is a bond. It's like brother. That's a coin flip.
When I first started in prediction markets, it was like 98 cent was like the lowest bond, and like that was sketchy. Now it's like, look at this 50% bond here. You can get it
when I bought it. My average buy is 75.5 cents, and I was like, okay, something's wrong here.
That's a good buy.
Yeah, so bonds. Yeah, I'm also on this Elon Musk post market. I got in at 94 cents.
Oh, I love how they do the effective API on this.
Yeah. So this is what I was talking about the other day when I was like, I want to put money into Polymarket for like short things / bonds.
I like that it tells you when it expires. Yeah, that's the thing I really like because I can just find short markets that if there's mispricings, it looks good.
I was looking at this one today too. 84K by noon today. Are we going to go below it?
not call that a bond, but based on its price action. But 84 would be tough for it to get down to.
There was actually I was actually watching this live as employment data came in at 8:30. The other side of this was 2% at that point. And then the employment data came out underwhelmed,
Strong.
and it ran up to like 5% on the no, like while I was watching it live. So it did like kind of drop a little bit, but yeah, that one.
Ray, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
All in on no?
No, you just script this up, dude. Just script this up. Like, you know, you just hit this page and you grab you grab the top left-hand corner bond and you just buy it and you just quarter Kelly it and you just run
Don't
it
be
on.
a pussy, dude.
Run it
Quarter Kelly. On. Don't be a pussy. You take 90% of the bankroll and you dump it into it at ask. You market buy it.
Full Kelly. 90% Kelly. Hey, I like it, dude. You got nuts over there, dude.
Quarter, dude. You're a fucking bum. You're a fucking bum.
Yeah, I mean,
you think Epstein releases you think Trump releases the Epstein files by Friday?
See, that's a really tricky market. Really tricky market. I actually took the no on that. Maybe underwater because of the rules.
Yeah, the rules are crazy.
Yeah, and they had this same thing last time with the Epstein files. It has to be like net new information, substantially. It says new substantive content. And the only way they're going to get that, all of the stuff that's substantive is sealed by courts, right? So they need the courts to like agree to unseal these by the 19th. I didn't full Kelly it, but I took the no on this because I'm like, this just seems like ripe for rules fuckery. Where they release a bunch of stuff and you can look at it all online and none of it's new. You know what I mean? Sure, there's 1,000 new pages, but it doesn't name any new person. Yada, yada, yada. So I took the no here. It'll be okay if I'm wrong, but it'll be a nice little Christmas present if I'm right.
Names, associates, or practices directly pertain to the legal activities.
Yeah, so it has to be like something net new, like Michael Jackson's named and he hasn't been named before. Or it has to be like, yeah, dude, he was fucking, you know, robbing people and that wasn't released before. So like so I was like, I have two outs here. I was like, I have an out if they don't release by the 19th, and I have an out if they don't release any new information.
Were you on when Small P Energy was shilling the sponge box? Or
yeah, wasn't greater than 24 million at like 48.
It was higher than this, I feel like. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
It's right around here.
Yeah, no, it was back. It was like a week ago.
Yeah, it was a week ago.
Way high.
61%.
Well, he was wrong on that, but he was right shorting all of my altcoins. So looks like he's 1 for 2. Time will tell, idiots. I love this guy's energy. I actually love this guy's energy. We probably would have, if him and I traded NFTs in like May 2021, we would have been best friends.
Overarch brings up an interesting point. Fed rate cut decision in January.
No cut.
23% cut. No cut at 75% chance.
It's going to be no cut.
Why do you think it's no cut?
Just trust me, man.
Just trust you, man. Because this isn't really decided. I mean, at this point, 23 and 75. There's room to make a big move on either one of these. You know, if you're taking a no cut at 75, yeah, that's a 33% gain here in a month. It's not bad.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I think like people's they look at like the cents and it kind of warps how they look at these things, right? Because like once again, like going like a lot of people in like crypto are like, oh, like happy if they, you know, oh, I swung trade this coin for 30%. You know, there's all sorts of opportunities like that in these markets, in my opinion, where you don't even have to hold these things to resolution, man.
Maybe there's a product coming out for them. I saw that Space is they raised money, announced their raise on Echo, $3 million seed round. They are a 10x leveraged prediction market on Solana that will be coming. So now you can leverage that 33% gain 10x, and now you're talking. Now you get the meme coin guys in here. When you
I'm very interesting how they're pulling off the leverage, because this is something that I've spent a very long time trying to figure out, and it's a very hard thing to do, just because of how order books work.
it's almost, you'd say it's almost impossible.
I would say on
skill issue.
You set me up for that one. I would say it is very hard to do, unless on very select markets that have super deep liquidity, or unless they are going to go off of some weird system and like they're the market makers or the counterparties, right? Basically, like liquid for something to make a 10% move in like, or 20% move and like wick down in a prediction market, you could very easily manipulate that, much easier than you could manipulate Bitcoin going down by 20%, right? So like Gondor Fi, they released, they're doing like they're like loaning for prediction markets, right? So you can like margin up, so you could get like maybe 1.5x like to 2x, but they're going completely off of the order book pricing. But it's like super weird. If you get liquidated, you only get partially liquidated, and they take your fees and they go buy the other side of the order book to like hedge out the position. Which, yeah, which like, so imagine someone like scam wicks a prediction market down by 20%. You get liquidated, then they're gonna go and then they're gonna buy the wick down further. Big Boss says after 4.5% unemployment, they're definitely going to cut.
Want to bet?
We can bet on the prediction market. I'm putting some MACD curls on the Fed decreasing interest rates by 25 bips. Let's see if we got a little bit of a MACD trade. Not seeing it on the 4-hour, and I don't think we have enough data on the I don't know, Ray. Where'd Ray go?
He's busy.
Did you kick him out?
No.
Did his files just break? Could you share this screen?
No.
You're so mean today, dude. Look at this little MACD curl setup on the 25 bips. So
how
like,
does that make you feel?
I don't know. I'd say you get it at 22 cents and you try to sell at close to like just a little underneath 30. So like a 40-50% gainer.
Okay.
I don't hate this setup at all right here. And
does
look,
it make you happy though?
And they did.
Does it bring joy to your life?
Golf brings joy to my life. But like, look right here. You could have gotten the MACD curl to the downside at 38, wrote it down to 25. But look, right, a little MACD curl, bullish MACD curl setup. So what I was saying is you buy here, and probably like in 3 or 4 days, you sell for 28 cents. So what's 22 divided by 28? 70. No, I'm an idiot. 6 divided by 22. 27% gain? No, that's not right. Maybe it is. Yeah, 27% gain over 3 or 4 days. What do you think about that? Ray's gone again. Cool. And then Spin Energy 69 420. Thanks, dude. Good work on Predict Shark. I'm going to give it a try. You'll be really excited because we're fully hooked into Polymarket builder codes. So now through Polymarket, now through Predict Shark, we'll actually be able to run trades on your behalf. So for example, you could say, like, I want to sell something when it touches the Bollinger Band. Or I want to buy something when it touches the Bollinger Band. Or I want to TWAP $10,000 into this market, max $100 an hour. I want to be on the bid side as long as it's below 48 cents. You will be able to do that on Polymarket. We're internally testing it right now before we mess around with your money. But I'm really excited about that because there's some cool like strategies for traders that we can run. So you could make a buy and a sell in your sleep and make money and not even lift a finger. Don't test it. You want it raw. Oh, I'll give you it raw.
Combine that with your bond market, buying and selling any bond that pops up there at different values and sell it at a gain, and you're just yielding all over the place.
Yeah, the bond stuff's wild, dude. I'm learning new stuff about prediction markets every day. I don't know if you guys saw, but the Time Magazine of the Year, right? So on neg risk markets, they have hidden yes options. So like if you don't see an other on a neg risk market, it exists. It's just hidden and you can't trade it, but you can get the shares. So what you do is you buy the no on a you buy the no on any of the markets, right? Then you use the neg risk adapter and you convert, and the no will give you yes on all of the other shares, including the hidden options. And then you can sell all of the yeses except for the hidden options, and now you essentially have free other shares. So this one really good prediction market trader, Frozen, made 97 grand on Time Person of the Year being other/architects of AI. And he said, yeah, I've had those shares for like 3 months, because 3 months ago he was doing market making. And when he was converting all of these shares, he was accumulating free yeses on all of the hidden options. So one that I did that on just on a test is what's going to be the best coding model at the end of 2025. It looked like it was going to be Anthropic for a while, but then OpenAI had a big release. So now OpenAI is in the lead. So I took the no on Anthropic and then converted it because there's hidden options. Because like do the math right here. Maybe it balanced out. 73. No, it balanced out.
Kind of. You're at what? 99. I guess a lot of
no. Yes. Yesterday, dude, it was crazy. Yesterday, if you added up all of the yeses, it was at like 94. There was like 6 cents hidden in the other options that aren't listed. So,
right, so they're all less than 1%. It can't potentially be 6%.
Yeah. So like there's a little bit of value being accrued to an other option out there. Like if some just Chinese model drops at the end of the year and just fucking beats them all. I don't know. It's wild. It's cool. I love prediction markets. What do we think hype bottoms at? Bankruptcy for me. Hopefully $27. I don't know. Like hype, like the product keeps getting better. Like you could literally just long Tesla on it. But price looked very ugly.
Yeah, not good. On the weekly, it looked like it wanted to roll over before yesterday, and now it could be posting another bigger bar on the MACD.
Yeah. Fill in the wick. I would maybe have to buy some if it fills the wick at 21.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was looking at.
Remember my number one rule of trading: never fall in love, dude. Had a 2X in the bag.
There are so many options on the HIP3 side now.
Yeah, it's
continuing
really cool.
to get volume. $250 million of 24-hour volume on the XYZ 100. Tesla, $32 million can trade it after markets.
Yeah, it's awesome. I can't get I don't think they have Endural yet. I'll tell you what, I'd pay 10% APY to hold Endural, which is probably going to compound at 30% plus a year. So I would just be making 20% holding the position.
Endural, is that public?
Palmer Luckey is military company, military drones.
Palantir, but AI.
Yeah.
It's private though, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it'd have to be through Venturals.
Gotcha. Yeah, nothing there yet. Are those other yeah, we looked at some of them. We had OpenAI, Anthropic, trading here as well, SpaceX.
Did you guys see on Polymarket they have a guess the ticker?
Yeah, sex.
Yeah. That's an underdog too.
I know.
Was that a real ticker? I thought that somebody made that up.
Well, I made up the market at first, and then they actually made the market.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. So
I
you did
posted
make
a fake market for it. You
So
would have had
14
100% gain. It was 7% when it first came out.
Dude, SPAX is really 35%. Uh-oh, I'm underwater.
Are you on no here?
Idiot.
Yeah, because that's like the lamest name ever. SPAX. It sounds like SPAX, like which everyone hates.
Yeah. There's no way it's gonna be SPACs. I think you're a right side loser on this one. Is
This is
SPACs already
actually,
taken?
I found the chart from the future. This is how it's going to resolve.
I love it. I love it, dude. It doesn't even have SPACs. It has specs.
I say specs is better, but it has to be taken, I imagine. That's what
Yeah,
I saw.
but sex.
Yeah.
Can they even do SpaceX, or is that ticker too long?
Too long.
Anduril is trading on pre-stocks. What's pre-stocks? Is that on Solana?
Yeah.
Interesting. What's it at? Let's see. It's got to be 100 billion. If it's under 100 billion, I'm going to buy it. Okay,
100
I
billion.
agree that I'm not doing anything illegal. 62 billion. When was their last funding round? I think it was in the 30s. $30 billion, June 2025. So it's up 2x in 6 months. Very interesting.
Are these pretty in line with what we're looking at?
The liquidity's trash. There's 730 grand of liquidity.
So how do we do market cap on Hyperliquid versus this? Because I'm looking at OpenAI at 6.
Hyperliquid did it right. So the mark price, so that would be OpenAI $676 billion.
All right. So then on stocks that we're looking at.
So this is just implied valuation, 630. So a little ARB there. Little ARB ARB.
I see. Implied val. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's interesting to see.
Very interesting.
So 63, you think you can get a nice 66% gainer on this under 100 bill?
I liked it better at 32 in June. Just kidding. But yeah, no, I think if you held this for 3 years, you would beat the funding fees as long as they were at 10%. I think this grows 30% a year. So I think 3 years from now, it'd be like 120, something like that. I know that's boring in the world that we live in, but
you gotta wait 3 years for a 2x. Tell that to a meme coin or NFT trader, and they're gonna look at you funny.
I'm actually gonna give all my money to my wife because I checked her Robinhood account today. She is a trader. Holy camole.
Do you make a lot of trades on Robinhood?
Yeah, I mean, like she put $1,000 into it because she was just like, I hear you talking about like stocks all the time. I want to try it. And her portfolio looks better than mine. And she doesn't look at it or trade or anything. Like she got Bitcoin at like 60K. She got ETH in the 2000s, low 2000s. She owns Tesla. She was also like, she's like, yeah, on TikTok, they said like ETFs are like just a good place to park your money. And so she has like the rest in QQQ and SPY. Meanwhile, like I have a call option on fucking Smith and Wesson, you know? And I'm like, what am I doing? Like I'm trying to beat, my wife's beating me.
I think that might be where a lot of frustration comes from crypto Twitter right now.
Isn't
It's
it usually the other way around, Kicks?
Oh.
Yeah, that hasn't happened in years and the charges were dropped. Okay.
Oh man. I think that's where a lot of frustration might come from some of crypto Twitter and participants right now. Is like you could just buy good stocks, publicly agreed upon good stocks this year, and be in a much better situation than spending all the time and money clicking in crypto in a market that's been, pretty much down only since August.
I mean, my buddy Darren OX, who like we traded the shit out of NFTs together in 2021. He had to have made a couple million. He's very good for it. He just trades now full time. In like January or February of this year, he was just like so disgusted and turned off by crypto that he said like he completely exited other than like the majors that he held and moved all of his money to stocks. and hasn't looked back. Because he's just like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? He's like, I'm gonna like trade like AI vaporware, or like I'm gonna take my money and go to the stock market and buy like actual AI companies. You know what I mean? Where like he's like I can buy these things and then not worry that like 2 weeks later I'm down 90%. Like, I don't know. That I should have listened to him and moved more of my portfolio, but I think that was like a sign when you have someone that smart and like that good of a trader, and they're just like, I don't see my edge in crypto anymore outside of holding ETH and Bitcoin. So I'm gonna like take that and I'm gonna go buy nuclear stocks and make more safely.
Yeah.
MetaDAO chart looks good here. Yeah, I liked MetaDAO a little while back. Can I run a MACD analysis on the MetaDAO chart? I mean, is the Pope Catholic?
Let's take a look at that one.
It looked like it was just like, I don't think the MACD was great. It just looked like it was doing a nice breakout.
Pulling that one up. That's Meta is the ticker, right? Yeah, I think like it takes a very big edge in a bear market to get you have to have a very big edge in a bear market to consistently make money. Kind of what your buddy was saying.
Yeah, but like even like stocks did terribly from January till April. So it's not like they were doing great and this was tanking. I think he was more so just saying like, I just see like a way better edge over here, and I just can hold things that I actually believe in long term. Yeah, so you can see that MetaDAO is breaking. It broke above this like 680 range, and now it's testing that previous major wick up. So it's like testing the $7 range. But if it breaks through that, then you got to think it's just fucking air until like 860. I love this kind of like chart structure.
It's just been holding.
Yeah, one of my favorite like chart structures, like accumulation for a leg up, volume decreasing, but price go up. We slap a little MACD on that shit. Yeah, on the daily, you're not getting a MACD read, but it is trying to break out of the Bollinger Bands. I don't think we have enough data for the weekly MACD, but I like the chart.
4-hour MACD looks good.
She's going to buy the SUV next time. I'll tell you what, dude. Thank fucking God I sold my Pudgy Penguin, 2 Moonbirds, and a V1 Punk because the hype trade did not generate an SUV.
It probably got close there at the peak, but
yeah, the peak I was up 32 grand.
Yeah.
Had a 60 grand position. It's a good time to be alive, man.
Yep. Let's see. I don't think I have too much else here on the sheet, so I think we're gonna wrap a little bit early.
No, let's just go around on. Come on, let's give the guys the full 8 minutes. Easy's, just the stuff he's been talking about today has really got me excited.
Get the Fed chair. This one flipped. You see this?
Who could have seen this coming, Ray?
This is an interesting market right here. So little back cursor. So Kevin Hassett is like Trump's choice. Then some
Wrong.
Excuse me. But then some Trump people, like high up Trump advisor, something like that, they said that he looks like he's too much in Trump's pocket, and they're worried about how the bond market will react if he's picked. And so they had canceled interviews previously. They put him back on the docket. So they're like interviewing Waller and Warsh and stuff like that. And so now Warsh is the new favorite. So it's an interesting situation.
That wasn't the exact story.
Okay, tell the exact story, because you're finally talking now. So this is good.
Because Hassett was the one that Trump had come out and said that he was basically like the shoo-in. He said, yeah, the next Fed chair might be in this room with us. Yeah. Signaled to Hassett, ended up pushing pretty heavily. It sounded like he was going to be nominating Hassett.
Yep.
Then on his most recent interview on the 12th, there was a video in which Trump said there was a question about the Fed chair, and he said, yeah, there may actually be another Kevin that we are strongly considering.
No way. He actually said that?
Yeah. So that was the big push that led to Warsh flipping Hassett, because that's where your point comes into play. People were worried Hassett was too in the pocket of Trump. Warsh is actually a little bit more hawkish, which is why the market's largely selling off, because it's uncertainty, right? Like that's a big catalyst for the equities market, for crypto, etc. is now there's uncertainty around the rate cuts and what's going to happen next year because Hassett is extremely dovish, crypto native, etc., which many people were like, okay, so we're going to have at least 3, 4, or 5 rate cuts next year. Warsh is a little bit more hawkish on the takes. But it's also,
which one is Warsh? The one that like looks like he has a duck face?
He's on the right.
Brown. He's on the right?
Yeah, Hassett's on the left.
Oh man, I mean that guy on the right, that hair is scary. That's like a
that
federal
was the thing that led
prosecutor's
to
hair.
this.
Kind of like Ray
So
Romano.
that's why you saw the flip.
Yes. So what are you thinking, Easy? What's your gut?
I'm unsure on it. So what I did was when I saw that video, I shared this to Bodago's Whales. I said I'm buying Kevin Hassett no here and selling it once it breaks under 40, and I'm buying Warsh yes here and selling it over 55. So we actually got Warsh down to 42, and that's when I exited. Or we got Hassett down to 40, and that's when I exited. And I still think Warsh is going to end up moving slightly higher. It wouldn't shock me if the two ended up settling 50-50. But I took the trade because it was a 50% gain on that pullback. Like you could get in at 80, even 75, and sell sub 40. So I was like, yeah, this feels good to get a 35% move down on a 70 strike, because he's now saying that Warsh might be the front runner. So you're seeing this uncertainty in the market, and Warsh is more hawkish across the board traditionally, and like potentially won't cut as much. The reason he likes Warsh though is Warsh did say he was in agreement of getting rates to 1%. Both Warsh and Hassett have both said 1% rates. They're in line with Trump on that. So
they have to too, because next year is where all those T-bills have to get renewed at.
Yeah. So they basically have to get rates.
That would be a catalyst. When is like the big, is that like March, or is it dripped out?
I think it's April.
Interesting.
Which is right around the same time the new Fed chair comes in.
Interesting.
So, I mean, it's just the uncertainty. Basically, the market had priced in a Hassett Fed, which would be 3, 4, or 5 rate cuts. And now with Warsh having this potential option, it's probably 2, 3, or 4. So if you actually go to 2026 rate cuts, that's the market I'm like more interested in.
Because that's like a derivative of this.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you can actually see here. I mean, even 5's up. But if you open up the graph on 3, that's the one I'm more interested in. So you can see here it peaked at 25, dropped down to 20. So it did have a decent little move. Just uncertainty for it.
Yeah.
So you've had some bigger players basically sell their positions out in anticipation that if Warsh gets in, we may not get as many cuts immediately as we're expecting. If it's Hassett, then we're going to get as many cuts. I still like 3 and 4. 5 if Hassett's in, 2 if Warsh is in.
Three and four, regardless of who gets in.
I like those because regardless, you can take a position where all 3 of those options trade under 100%. So you can be EV positive regardless.
I like it. You still like a flyer on Besant here at 2?
I do, yeah. I think Scott Bessent's actually the one that's like, if they do more interviews and this gets dragged out a little bit further, Bessent could move up towards like 6-7%. Which, once again, the benefit of these markets is like you can take these flyers, and a move from 2 to 7 is a 300% gain. Like he doesn't have to win. There just has to be one positive comment made. And Scott Bessent's a good friend of Trump and was actually the early front runner for who the Fed chair could be way back.
But I think he's too good as Treasury Secretary, right?
Yeah, that's the concern. And I don't think he wants to leave as Treasury Secretary. So like, but I do think that all it takes is one comment from Trump about him considering him for that to move.
Well, we got two Kevins, and we got a Scott. We got some nice candidates here. Right up to 8%. Interesting. It's crazy how this is so much of a coin flip only a few months out, and it seemed like it was a sure thing.
This will be way more decided come February. Like we should have a much clearer picture of who it's going to be come February.
And I like this, like these different markets, the rate cuts in particular are what I find most interesting for prediction markets. People are saying like, why should you care about prediction markets? We had this conversation yesterday. If you're CT and you don't have any direct involvement, I think like things like this are very interesting, and like the DeFi products you can build off of markets like Fed rate cuts that have direct impact on macro and price of stock and price of crypto. being able to like leverage bets into number of rate cuts to hedge positions or take additional risk is a very interesting mechanic that prediction markets introduce. Any other markets that you guys like here before we close out today's show?
I'm going to take that MACD swing trade on 25 bips decrease in January.
Is that you have that up here? Is that still up?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
25 in January. I
I
like that.
I like 22 to 28.
I really like 25 in January. I think that there is some value to be had there, that we see a cut. I think we just had labor statistics that push us that way. We'll see what happens with CPI. Yeah, interesting. Well, it has now been an hour. We really appreciate each and every one of you listening. That's going to do it for today's show. You can catch us Monday through Friday on every one of your podcasting platforms, Apple, Spotify. You can watch us back on YouTube or Zora, see what we're talking about in real time. Thanks again.